What if FIFA 2026 isn't just another World Cup? What if it's the tournament that officially closes the greatest chapter in football history? For nearly 2 decades, football has belonged to two names. Every Ballon d'Or debate, every Champions League night, every World Cup discussion somehow came back to them. One became the symbol of pure talent and magic. The other became the definition of determination and relentless ambition. Together, they shattered records that once seemed untouchable and inspired an entire generation of fans. But time is undefeated. By the time FIFA 2026 arrives, both legends will be far beyond the age when most footballers have already retired. And for the first time in almost 20 years, the football world is preparing for something it has never experienced before. A future where neither of them stands at the center of the game. The signs are already impossible to ignore. A new generation has quietly taken control of football's biggest stages. Young superstars are winning league titles, dominating European competitions, and becoming the faces of the world's biggest clubs. Nations that once relied on veteran icons are rebuilding around younger, faster, and more dynamic players. Football itself is changing. Modern tactics demand relentless pressing, constant movement, and incredible physical intensity for 90 minutes. Experience still matters, but the sport is becoming faster every season. That creates a difficult reality for aging legends. Even the greatest players in history eventually reach a point where intelligence and experience can no longer fully compensate for declining speed and endurance. FIFA 2026 may become the moment when the spotlight finally shifts away from the icons who defined an era and toward the stars who will define the next one. But writing off these legends would be a mistake. Throughout their careers, people have predicted their decline countless times. Every time critics claimed they were finished, they responded with another record, another trophy, or another unforgettable performance. That is exactly why FIFA 2026 could be so emotional. It may represent one final opportunity for both players to remind the world why they became legends in the first place. Their leadership, experience, and ability to perform under pressure remain extraordinary. Younger players may have fresher legs, but very few understand the weight of the biggest moments the way these two do. Imagine one last deep tournament run. Imagine one last iconic goal. Imagine one final chapter added to a rivalry that has defined modern football. Even if neither player is at their physical peak anymore, their presence alone could transform the atmosphere of the tournament. That is why FIFA 2026 feels bigger than football. It is not simply about who wins the trophy. It is about the end of an era that millions of fans grew up watching. For an entire generation, football meant choosing sides, comparing achievements, debating statistics, and witnessing history unfold in real time. Soon, that chapter will close. New stars will emerge, new rivalries will begin, and the sport will continue moving forward as it always has. Yet there will never be another rivalry quite like this one. Whether these legends lift the trophy, fall short, or simply create one final unforgettable moment, FIFA 2026 will likely mark the beginning of football's next age. And when the final whistle blows on their World Cup journey, the world won't just be watching the end of a tournament, it will be watching the end of the Messi Ronaldo era itself.